Hello everyone, and welcome to our Return to Moria Survival Guide. We are taking a deep look into cooking today because food is actually kind of important in this game in terms of obviously just keeping your character fed and alive, but also it can boost you, which is very helpful for certain, fights or, adventures, whatever. So let's talk about cooking in depth. So there are kind of like three cooking stations that you are really going to need in this game, and I'm not even including the hearth. While you can use the hearth to cook some kind of like basic meals, I really do consider these basic. And if you want to go a little bit deeper with the cooking, you're going to need three other cooking stations: the oven, the grist mill, and the stove, which we have not made yet. We're going to make that. The oven here, you're going to need to unlock. You unlock it basically with by either picking up copper ore, the copper ingot, or the bronze ingot. It's been a while, so I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's one of those guys. You pick that up, and that unlocks the recipe. Excuse me, we're talking about cooking. Go away, go away. We don't want to cook you. Go away. Where's your friends? Because you're usually never alone. Where are you guys hiding? Are you breaking my stuff? You can never trust these guys. Is that you over there? Yeah, there you are. I thought you'd be here somewhere. There we go. Anyway, now we can cook in peace, right? So basically, that is the oven there, and then the grist mill you actually get by picking up ironwood for the first time, and you're able to make that. And then the stove unlocks when you pick up a Kazad steel ingot. So to make all these different guys, we'll quick scroll down here. Where are we at? Where are we at? Did I pass it? Did I go too far? I did. Okay, so here's the oven. To make it, you'll need 3 copper ingots, 20 stone, 25 wood scraps, and then 5 coal. To make the grist mill, you will need 30 ironwood, and then 15 stone. It's a little bit expensive on the ironwood, so oof. And then our stove, which we're about to make, you will need 2 Kazad steel ingots, 8 iron ingots, 18 ironwood, which is also kind of pricey, and then 6 resin. So let's make this guy. We're just going to put it right next door. There we go. And you can see, boom, already we get like a lot of new cooking recipes, which is awesome. So to the kind of like idea behind all these guys is that like you use more ingredients to make better foods. And when it comes to the oven in particular, like this tends to be stuff that you can carry with you into the world. So if you need if you're like in a fight and you need some healing, if you don't have like a healing potion, you can at least still eat some of this food, and that will boost your hunger, your health, and your energy as well, depending on obviously what you're making here. And the difference, because this is like a little bit more advanced cooking, it is going to require, like for some of these anyway, like more like rarer ingredients, like cram here, for example. You'll need to get like an herb like fennel, for example, a seasoning to kind of make it a little bit more than just your typical bread. And like here you'll need like oat milk and stuff like that. And the same thing here with the oven, or the stove rather. If we kind of get in here, we can see that there's a number of new recipes that we have. Crumb cake, tangine, bangers and mash. There's a bunch more too that become unlocked the more different food types that you pick up, the different kind of spices and herbs that you pick up. There'll be more recipes here as well. So that's kind of how, like, what the different kind of like ingredients sort of stuff that you'll need for like each of the major cooking stations. And then when it comes to the grist mill, this is where you're gonna make basically some new recipes, some new ingredients. You basically need to use Kuzdal oat is kind of like the main ingredient, I would say, to make these things. So you'll need Kuzdal oat to make milled oats, and then you'll need Kuzdal oat as well to make oat milk. So having this in a large supply is a pretty good idea. I just started my farm. I'm going to be adding some more for Kuzdal oat. I would definitely recommend that if you want to do some of these more advanced cooking items, that you might want to get yourself a Kuzdal oat farm as well, because this is used in brewing as well. So it's like it's used in a lot of places. And then dough, obviously, this is where we're going to be making this and this. And let's just go ahead and just make that, just to have some little bit of fun right here. And you can see that that's starting to do its thing here. We're going to get some elk. We'll make we're going to make some oat milk, and then we're going to make the dough and just see if that will unlock some new recipes for us. But that's kind of the idea here, is that with the more advanced cooking, you're going to need to make some of the staples. Like you'll need meat and stuff, but you'll also need to start getting using seasonings and herbs, and those you can primarily get from the different kind of cooking abandoned buildings that are out there in the world. You can, if you smash some of the pots, they sometimes drop like seeds basically, and then you can plant those, and then you can have yourself like a nice little farm. Like for we'll grab that in a actually, you know what, why don't we do that now, because if we're gonna be making dough, who knows how long it's gonna take, right? So we'll quick grab that. Oh, there we go. There's some new recipes right there just by picking that up. We go in here, look at that. We have all this. We can make cheese now, which we can take with us as well. We have our overnight bowl, so a bunch of new recipes have unlocked already. Just, and again, we can kind of like read that a lot of this is like eat to restore health, energy, and feel stuffed for a long time. So the idea here is that these advanced foods do all these things but longer, whereas, you know, the guys that you cook in your hearth, they'll last for a while, but they're not going to maybe get you through like most of the day, whereas these types of foods will. So let's go ahead, since we have the stuff, why don't we make dough, just because we're having fun here. We're cooking, right? That's what this episode's about. We're going to be little chefs, dwarf chefs. So but I'll quick show you the herbs that I believe I planted anyway. I'm pretty sure I did. Who knows, I guess. Yeah, so we have some sunnion going on here. That's not really wild. But we have like white beans. We have mint going on. We have some fennel growing, some thyme, some more thyme. So I'll probably end up eventually making like a little thing for each one just to really maximize my supply here. We have our mushrooms over there. And we've got our one little Kuzdal oat thing here. We're going to make that its own eventually with enough time here. But that is the idea. You just kind of go around planting, you know, your seeds, then letting them grow till there's like ×4, and then you can you know, plant those ones, and you have an extra, and then, you know, the more of these guys that you have, you know, the more you're getting each harvest basically, if you let it grow to its fullness. So that it's full yield, I suppose, is the correct term there. So that's kind of like how you can kind of maximize your ingredients. Oh, we have our dough ready. Let's grab that. We have 8 dough from that, and we can see we can make cookies now, and a bunch of pies. So some of this might be in here. Yep, we got our meat pie here. And again, you can see that these herbs are becoming very important for when it comes to more advanced cooking. We're going to need to make some more oat milk. Again, that's where that Kuzdal oat, like I said, very popular. And we have some stuff over here too. We have our cookies now. Cookies with fruit and oat. Not to share. If a dwarf complains about fruit in a cookie, eat while traveling to restore a lot of health. And you can see the different kind of ingredients that we need for that. So that is kind of how this all works. The things to kind of keep an eye on, what you should be kind of farming for. If you haven't gotten a farm started and you do want to get into cooking, you know, these are the things that maybe you want to start planting. And yeah, and obviously the benefits of it too, like I said, you stay full longer. Your health is going to be, if you're low on health or whatever, that'll boost your health back up. It'll get your stamina and your energy back. And the whole thing with, like, you know, staying full too is that, like, you don't have to go back to your base to eat food. You know, you can spend more time out in the mines, mining or exploring, building, whatever it is that you're doing. You know, you don't have to worry about, oh no, I'm starving and now I'm dying. Yeah, that whole thing. So, yeah, that's advanced cooking. Hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.